Go ahead. Mo gonna start it off. We got somebody on there. You see it, somebody's in the chat right now. We live?
Live.
All right, welcome to the Play Myself show. My name is Mo.
Yeah, and I'm Miles. Well, I think you gotta have the mic going like
Going like
no,
this.
yeah, no,
Going
no
like
shit.
this right
Nah,
there?
like put it
Yeah.
like towards you.
It is
Like
for
no, like this. See, like my nose, the mic, like in that direction.
How I sound now? How I sound now, guys?
Nah, because it's sideways, so it doesn't sound good. So like put it like your left, yeah. Like so it's like this, like fully like in your shit.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. Take
Sorry.
two. Take two.
Take two.
Welcome to the Play Myself show.
I was pushing P earlier. My fault.
My name is Mo.
And I'm Miles.
And yeah, welcome everybody. And we have a exciting show today.
Star studded.
Exactly. And we got Brookie Cookie in the house.
Hello.
Brooke, executive producer extraordinaire.
Producer in training, right?
Well, she's a producer. Yeah, I mean, we're broadcasters in training, so
There we go.
Let's give Brooke the same. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah, Mo.
So how was your week, Miles?
My week was pretty interesting. So I got the Super Bowl, right? You know,
Okay.
the strong start on Sunday, the weak start on Monday. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So at the Super Bowl and some work stuff. But like I'm less than 60 days away from, just being a solo entrepreneur. So I'm really excited about
There you
that. And so I had to do all these classes, right? I had to do all these classes for the VA. Or just like for retirement, like when they send us back out to the world.
Okay.
And it was so weird because it was like it's all like I wouldn't say COVID based, but it's like really based on their safety, like the teacher safety.
Right.
So it's like, all right, so I'm on a conference call with 40 motherfuckers, right? And like I got mad questions, but I feel disrespectful. I feel disrespected if somebody hang up on my questions. Like I need that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just need that light. And I really should have showed Brooke how to put us in both cams in there. But if she can't figure it out, it's okay. That's my bad, bro. But we might do an intermission, but I didn't schedule that either. But so yeah, so it was like weird like that, and I was just like trying to move into this place, and it was like, okay, it shows on Wednesday. We're gonna do the show every Wednesday, and like that's like my super focus.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's where I live right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even setting up a TV, like I got that TV and I was like, oh, I gotta put all my stuff on here.
Yeah.
But it's like super easy now, whereas like you just do a 4-digit code.
Mm-hmm.
But then my wife, she fucking changed her Gmail password.
Oh.
So I was like, damn. I'm gonna call her for it. You know what I mean? Like it's like her email, but like we don't stress about shit like that. But it's like, damn, I want to call her for it now. You know what I mean? So like that was kind of weird, but that was on Sunday. After that, it was really smooth sailing. I was just like a little overwhelmed with the whole retirement piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was real. Besides that.
Okay.
Oh, actually, well, this was last week. Michelle, Vanessa, Brian, her husband, like Noel, Max, Maddox, and Ryan, their kids. Like we took them to Proctor's to see Blippy. And it was so dope because like Blippy's like a YouTube star, right? And like that's what I'm doing, but I didn't get just to meet him. But it was like
Would you be starstruck?
Never starstruck on a man. But the real shit was like, bro, this motherfucker make $10 million a month.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's like making kid videos that are just like could seem a little silly to us, but it is what it is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But what say you, Mo? How was your week?
My week was good. Again, started off with the Super Bowl. So, me and Brooke, we went to our neighbor's house. We watched the Super Bowl.
Okay.
There was just so much. a lot of times I don't even go to Super Bowl parties for the Super Bowl itself. You
Mm,
know, I go because I like the food, I like the commercials, and then I want to talk shit about the halftime commercial or the halftime show.
right, right.
But this year the halftime show felt like a real halftime show. You know, and so they had Snoop Dogg and they had 50, Mary J, Eminem. So it felt like a real Super Bowl
So about halftime show.
halftime show. Yeah.
So would you say that? All right. Like, what's your recollection of halftime shows? Like, how do you look at that? Because I'm big on perspective now, right? Like, so I looked at it like Mike transformed the halftime show,
Okay.
but I also look at it like, yo, Prince probably had the best halftime show, and that's something that like I was talking to my best cat earlier. I was like, yo, I don't think Mo understands when I say favorite, best, words like favorite, best, most liked, or love. Because we talked about like what movie changed your life, and I'm like, yo, like last week, and I was like, yo, a movie could change my life, but it don't have to be like my favorite movie. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I look at like the Super Bowl halftime show, I'm like, yo, Mike is the one who transitioned it from being something corny, but Prince is the one that was like, yo, like if anybody else could do that.
Well, I mean, they definitely did something special. And
Mm,
so, what I mean by it felt like an actual halftime show is for the last couple of years, you've been having these kind of like they're not corny halftime shows, but
right.
they're not like moving. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And so, like, it felt like for the first time in a long time,
hmm.
it was a halftime show.
Oh, where?
Like the Princes, like the Michael Jackson. You know,
Yeah.
like I think the last real good one, and he wasn't even really that good, was Jennifer Lopez and Shakira and all them, and it wasn't even really that great.
Yeah, that was the Miami joint, right?
Yeah, it wasn't really that great, but it was better than normal.
So top three for you is
Oh, definitely Mike, Prince, and
oh,
and
in
this
this,
most
yeah.
recent one.
I feel you on that. Well,
Nope.
Beyonce and them don't like, but that
No,
Beyonce and Jay, and what about the Janet joint?
no,
Nah,
no,
don't do it for you.
nah, because the only thing that people remember, the one thing that people remember from the Janet show is
I Teddy.
is Janet,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fly.
So it wasn't really the entertainment aspect of it. It was just more of, yo, did you see Janet Jackson's titty pop out? That was more of it,
It
you
was
know?
more overwhelming than
Yeah,
on that aspect of it. I get it.
yeah. But I mean,
This one was dope though.
but even the game was good.
But the game, I think the game is the game.
Yeah, but it wasn't a blowout. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you see a Super Bowl and then it like
When?
you get up. No, I'm saying like there's been times where in the second in the first half they're up 14-3, or they're up like
Bro, 27-3. And then the Patriots came back.
right. But I'm saying like it wasn't a landslide because they
27 to
were
3.
right. But what I'm
That's a landslide.
but no but hear me out though.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is it was neck and neck the whole game. You were on the edge of your seat the whole game. Some people checked out
Hmm.
when New England came back and won. Some people were like, "Oh, this game is over," and they checked out and they were
Right.
pissed off because they stopped watching the game and they came back and won.
Mm. As an athlete, how does that make you feel? Like when people give up on you like that? Like, like you could have been from Atlanta. I mean, you could have been from New England. It was like, yo, I'm driving home after this, and then like you left your friend's house, and then you get back to the crib, and you're like, damn, I should have stayed.
No matter what type of sport you're playing,
Yeah.
if anyone checks out before the game is over, you're gonna feel some type of way. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because there's still a whole half to play.
Right. Right. Right.
So that means that whoever was coming to root for you, they they basically gave up on you. and they forget that, hey, these two teams. There's a reason why these two teams made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
No, I get that.
they have the capability of coming back, and that's how I would have felt.
Let me ask you how you feel about something different.
Okay.
Two dudes going to the movies together.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that?
I think two dudes can go to the movie together.
Driving.
Nope.
Why not?
All right, so so the reason being is because if you go to a regular movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like guys have this code of every guy knows this.
Okay.
When you go into the bathroom, right?
More talk for every guy. Go ahead.
I'm gonna use this as an example. No, this is a fact.
Nah, we talking about every guy, so yeah.
But every guy, when they go into the bathroom, they have a skip a stall rule. Everyone knows about the skip a stall rule.
For sure.
Now, the same applies.
What you doing is 4 stalls.
Bro, I'm waiting. Oh,
if it's 4 stalls, I go to the last shit.
Oh yeah, go to the last stall. I thought you said if it's full. My bad.
Oh no, if it's 4 stalls, I go to the last shit.
Oh yeah, but it's a skip a stall rule. Everybody knows that. And so when it comes to the movies, if you go to a regular movie, you have the option to have a seat in between.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you go to a drive-in, not only are you sitting next to this person in the car, but normally it's a double feature.
Ooh.
So now you guys are sitting in the car for 4 hours, bro. You're spending 4 hours in the car next to this man.
But you never spent 4 hours next to him talking to a friend?
I've spent 7 hours in the car with people, but we were on our way to a destination. We didn't stop and watch a movie. We didn't.
But you never just spent like 3 or 4 hours in the car with someone, just cutting it up, like figuring life out.
Not when the car is not moving.
Oh shit! Nah, I definitely do that shit mad times.
Nah, not me. Can't do it.
Why?
I can't because I'm not gonna sit. You can come to my house and watch a movie because at least that way I can get up, I can move around.
But you never been like in front of the crib, damn near, like, yeah, maybe we should go in, but we outside. It could be with a guy or a girl. It's like, yo, we outside, and then like, yo, you don't know where like the ice gonna break.
But you can.
Well, not with a guy. Like you, like with the guys, like, yo, you're not gonna be like, yo, come to the crib. But it's like if you talking that shit, it's like, yo,
but you have the option of moving. Are you talking about sitting in a car with somebody, or are you talking about?
Yeah, I sat in a car with mad men and just cut it up for mad long, and it was like, yo, this is what it is. Like,
not for 4 hours.
Right? I mean, that's true.
For 4 hours, you sat in a car with another guy?
Maybe not 4. No, I did it. Nah, I'm gonna say yeah.
It was how many times? 1? You can count on one hand how many times you've done it.
I could definitely count on one hand. Maybe like I need to. Nah, because I've done that. Like it just been like I've been needing counsel sometimes. People be needing counsel sometimes, and that's what it be.
Okay, so I'll extend an olive branch.
Right? Please.
Here's the thing. If somebody is in need of just a friend, they just need, and they say, hey, let's go to the drive-ins.
Right.
And I know that that's going to keep them safe, then that's a different story. But to just go on a random Saturday evening, spend 4 hours at the drive-in with some dude,
that's some other shit. Yeah,
it ain't happening, bro.
All right, so but you sit on your couch and watch a flick with the dude.
Yeah, because I can move around. Because we're not sitting right next to each other.
So you don't feel safe.
What's that?
You don't feel safe?
It's not even that I don't feel safe. It's just, I'm not gonna sit in the car.
I'll do that shit. I don't know.
I'm not doing it. But that's my personal preference.
Nah, I got you.
So yeah. So here, I got a few. Let me ask one.
Yeah.
Let me ask one. So
you gotta have one in the chamber. Flipping the pages and shit. You gotta have one in the chamber.
So who makes better decisions, you or your wife?
Me. I'm always gonna say me. So that's like I feel like that's a setup question. I'm always gonna say me because like Yeah, bro. Like I always feel like I make better decisions. Who makes sounder decisions? Probably my wife. But my wife is still one of my favorite people, even though like I'm going through what I'm going through right now. I still feel like she's one of my favorite people, but I don't feel like uh, the decision making process on anything is my most hindering aspect of my relationship. But I feel like we try to understand each other's strong points and utilize those to our advantage or to the advantage of the team.
So you think you make better decisions?
I know I do.
Okay. All right. So, let me elaborate on that because
Please do.
I'm trying to wrap my brain around it
Around what decision making?
yeah, because I don't want to say that there's a number like if somebody said, "Hey, who makes better decisions, you or Brooke?" I would probably say that the political answer is, I think that we both make a fair amount of good decisions and
Yeah,
bad
but
decisions.
better decision.
But when it comes to even better decisions,
Yeah.
I mean, and Brooke, chime in on this if
Yeah.
you feel, but I feel like we both make, there's been some great decisions that I've made, and then there's been some bad decisions that I've made.
How about?
Same thing. I mean,
Yeah, no. That's human life. Yeah.
just life decisions.
I get it. Yeah.
But
Sure.
I mean, I feel like we both make an equal amount of good and bad decisions.
I mean, that's your feeling, and that's like your interpretation of what happens. But honestly, unless you guys revisit the decisions that were made, you don't know.
Well, you figure like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you make a decision, as long as when you make a decision in the moment, it's not something that's uh obviously bad. At the time.
You don't. Well, like, what do you call obvious though? At what time?
So like, I'm trying to think of a good.
I can chime in on that.
Okay.
I'm an emotional person, so sometimes I'll make the decision to just say what I'm thinking before I think it. So that's not always a good decision on my part.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are times where it comes to our household or our relationship or our responsibilities together, where I'm usually forward thinking 5, 10 steps ahead. So I think he's right when he say politically correct that it goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
But it also depends on the topic, because there are certain things that he knows more about and has experienced more of than I would have. And so, like when we're going to certain places at night or going in certain neighborhoods or things like that, that he's comfortable with, I've never been around there. I've never been around certain things. Then I'm gonna not make any decisions and just follow his lead. You know what I'm
I
saying?
respect
It
that.
goes both ways. So it's about respecting who has been in that situation and who has the know-how, and just making that decision to follow their lead at times too.
I get that, and I respect that, but I feel I feel like it's just. I mean, like it's not gonna. Say, I'm not like it's not to say that you know tit for tat decision. When you say better, I automatically take it as a collective. So as a collective, if there's 100 decisions to be made, and I make 59, yeah, I'll guarantee I'll make 59, and Noella make 49. I make 51, and Noella make 49 all of the time. But like unless it's like a scholastic event, like I feel like she'll make great decisions, but when it comes to maybe you should have been more specific of what the decision was, right? So who makes better like life decisions? Who makes better like cooking decisions? Who makes better financial decisions? It can go so many ways.
Yeah, exactly. And it was kind of a setup question
Yeah.
for that, because when we're in relationships, you know, we all don't make we all make decisions based off of what we're thinking in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we make those types of decisions in the moment and we mean right, and then later on we find out like, hey, you know what? That was a fucked up decision. You know, me personally.
Nah, you gotta own that shit.
Right. You do have to own it, but there's nothing wrong with like me like apologizing, saying, hey, you know what?
I mean, like,
I'm saying me.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean, that's everyone. It's like, yo, to apologize is some big shit.
Yeah, and so sometimes there's times where me and Brooke have had conversations, and you know, I would say, hey, you know what?
Hey.
My.
Yeah.
Hey there, baby dog.
Hey there.
Hey there, sugar mama.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
I wasn't saying all that.
Sugar
Yo.
mama.
Those thoughts are Maurice's.
No, but I mean,
Sure, sugar mama was the right decision right there.
but there's been times where I've apologized for things that I've said because I'm a little bullheaded.
Fuck shit. Yeah. Son, I apologize early, but at the time, I always mean what I say and say what I mean. So it's like, to apologize is never, to me, it's never about like my decision, because like if I make a decision, it's final. So it's like I can apologize for action, like a decision, like it. That's a hard one, because it's like your decision is like decision to what, you know what I mean? Like you can't apologize for presumed life experience. You can apologize for the action, like, yo, I apologize for fucking breaking a plate because of my anger.
So when was the time that you apologized?
Shit. I mean, I apologize every day, man. I mean, I think I apologize every day. Like anytime I feel like, again, when it comes to an actionable event where like a decision like that I'm making, I'm not really apologizing for that. I apologize for things that are just like, yo, if I acted that like something, maybe I'm saying the same different shit.
So when was a time that you actually apologized for something that you did?
I don't know. So I don't be keeping tabs of that shit, but I apologize to you all the time.
You said you apologize every day.
I do, but like, so today I might apologize because y'all walked through the back door, not the front door, and I ain't see that shit. So it's like, as I'm saying, like an apology, it's like it's something that I could have corrected with a text message, right? And the reason I didn't text you was because you wasn't answering text. I was like, all right, fuck it. Hey, he might not say shit. He gonna go through here. No. I'm telling you. So when it comes to something like that, I'm like, yo, I apologize because you had to do that, but like, yo, because I failed to think.
I'm talking specifically with your significant other. I can throw one out. I can throw one out that I apologize for just the other day.
Bro, I could throw it.
No, I'm just gonna.
Let me see something. I'm just gonna do I'm sorry in my shit. Cause I say that shit all the time. Let me see. Sorry. Because it's like, yo, I say sorry all the time, and it'd be for dumb shit. So it's just like, all right. So like, my wife scheduled like a doctor's appointment with my son, like a day before, like checking if that was a good day for me to go. And then like, but she was like, oh, it wasn't a big deal. I'm just going to take him. And I was like, damn, sorry.
So you're telling me you've been married to your wife how many years?
A long time.
Okay, we'll say 5.
Yeah, let's say 5.
Okay. So you're telling me in that whole time there was no epic apology where you really...
Hell no.
Okay. Because because you know, there was... I'll give an example of something that I did that was fucked up.
Okay.
All right, with Brooke. So I'm absent-minded, very absent-minded.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah. So I forgot that there was a undergarment in one of my drawers. She brought it up because I forgot about it. She's brought it up multiple times. But this time, I said, let me find it. And I'm thinking to myself, I probably threw that shit out. Nope. I didn't.
You saying like another chick drawers?
Along those lines.
Okay, yeah.
But it fucked up.
Yeah, that's just mad
and
fucked
so,
up.
But you see my point. I apologize for that.
Yeah, I ain't doing no nut shit like that though.
But you see my point. Like I can say that there's been a time that something like that has happened, but
Yeah,
you've
that's
never.
sloppy though.
It's not. I mean, listen, you can call it whatever you want,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you're telling me that that's never happened.
Nah, hell no. Because that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I'm official, huh? So it's like,
Okay.
now on some
You've
shit,
never,
like,
you've never had to apologize for some shit.
for some shit with another chick.
No, just anything.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. Like
this is where shit like that stems from.
But
So it's like,
you're not levitating above every other guy. Like just
no,
shit
bro. What I'm trying to say, yo, that's what I'm saying. I'm official. So like, if some shit, like,
Okay.
if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. So nothing like that's gonna like I forgive and forget, and I cancel other shit out. So it's like, yo, like that shit is not, it's a non-cypher for me. Like no shit like that will ever happen. So everything I say, even if like it is what it is, I'm not gonna say no shit that I'm not gonna. I'll say some shit that I have to apologize for saying, but for some actionable shit, nah, bro, it ain't gonna be like that.
Noelle on the show.
You can get her on the yeah, you can
Hold
get.
on.
Go
Let
ahead.
me just clear the air and say
Go
that
ahead, bro.
this was in existence before in his home before I was even there. So I've been there a year now.
Uh-huh.
And I brought it up, like he said, a couple times. Hey, I'm here now. It doesn't need to be. So he moved it to a different place intending to get rid of it. I'd end up finding it again.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It
Yeah.
took a little while. Like he said, he's absent-minded.
That's emotional
But
damage.
because I know he's absent-minded.
Yeah.
And I know that it was there before me. Before I even...
Nah, right, yeah.
You know,
we humans,
it was
yeah.
a
We
different-
motherfuckers do their
It
shit.
was a different type of thing. So I don't want anybody to think that, you know, it's something else going on.
Nah, it ain't
there
that.
before me.
It's not that.
Not like a trophy.
Nah, it's definitely like a trophy.
No, it's not. No, it's
So
not.
I would have dumped that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, before I move some shit into my shit, it's like that. It's like it's all about you.
Right.
So I'm not keeping nobody else shit. Like to me, that's crazy. Like keep somebody else shit or do some other shit for somebody else. Like nah, like that shit don't get it don't get
But you're
like.
telling me now. It doesn't have to be that example, but you're telling me there's never been a time where you really fucked up and you had to apologize for it.
Again,
I just find it very.
Again, I fuck up all the time, and I apologize all the time.
I find it very odd,
but
that there's never been a time.
Okay, I could apologize on some verbal shit. We could talk about that shit all the time, but on some actionable shit that like I misconstrued or and that shit's not happening. Like even if like I'm wrong and shit like that, like you could ask them, like. It'd be so hard. She'd be like, yo, I wish you could just say sorry. I'm like, man, like, I'm still thinking about that shit. I'm a narcissist, maybe. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. But if it's some shit where it's like, I forgot to fucking fully close the jelly and shit like that, I'm like, bad. No, but that's my shit. Like, that's the shit I'm really on. But if it's some shit like, yo, you forgot to do this shit, because I feel like everything I do, like, my merit is up. So it's just like, if like I go out in the morning, like to take the trash out or some shit, and I don't start Noelle's car, she'll be like, "Yo, you start my car." No, that could be one, because I'll be like, "Yo, I'm so sorry," but like I would usually do it.
But are you really sorry though?
Yeah.
So then
that's what I'm the most sorry.
Then you're not a narcissist. Stop calling yourself that.
No, I don't.
Then
Yeah,
you're not a narcissist.
I love the word narcissist because people think that like no, I am a narcissist from the description of the word that people fucking like try to make it seem like it's some crazy shit. And it's like, yo, like self-confidence is self-confidence. It doesn't have to be like you say, oh, whatever amount of self-confidence and this about themselves. It's like, yo, like who the fuck don't think that about themselves? Like, yeah, you just gotta know how to fucking, curtail your shit a little bit. But at the end of the day, hey, everybody should have that high self-esteem against for themselves and be the best version of yourself. Like, you should want to be celebrated and not tolerated.
Of course.
Exactly. So, hello. If Mo knew how to work the sound effects, it'd be cool. Nah, but I don't know. Those are the same old sound effects. I mean, it's just the buttons, but I get it. Yeah, bro.
What say you?
About what?
About anything.
I don't know, man. I feel like I asked my questions, but
Asked one.
I know. All right. So I had a question about. I asked about. Damn, like I got thrown off guard, but I was asking. I'll ask a general
got it.
question now. No, I'll ask a general question. Yeah. So like, cause you guys are like both working from. Like, do you guys love working from home more than going in, or I know Mo, like you started going in more now. Like, does it feel different, like as far as like office relationship wise, and you know what I mean? Because because now like everybody's like so in a hurry to get home. It's like your like home base is like where we recharge, and it's like nah. It's cool seeing mad people during the day, but like it's not cool. It's weird, like how we got that conception or ideal about the whole deal.
Brooke, you want to go?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the dynamics between our relationship,
Well, I wouldn't say your relationship only. I'm just talking about the aspect of
okay.
waking up and taking care of the dogs. Maybe hopping on the computer with your PJs on or whatever, rather than like getting up, making the coffee, starting the car, getting out. Yeah.
Well, the coffee pot, I said it the night before, it perks itself in the morning. It's o'clock. We're bougie with our coffee. But it does have its perks. Like you said, yeah, I can get up, I can log in my pajamas, and I can comb my hair,
Right.
break later, whatever. I can take the dogs out every break, every lunch. They're getting spoiled. Like, I don't have a break. My breaks are their break. My lunch is the dog's lunch.
Right.
So it's good for them, and it's good to get things done around the house. So when I'm off the clock, I'm really off the clock.
Right.
But at the same time, you kind of miss seeing people every now and then. You kind of miss that interaction.
Yeah.
For me, I think the best situation would be what Mo's new job offers. Some days you're home, some days you're in the office.
Right.
I think that's a great balance for the home life because I am a little bit of a homebody.
Right. Same.
I also love interacting with people. So
right.
And I think that's a whole lot better for me personally. But it does give us, since we live together and we're working together in the same office 24 hours a day, it does give us that little one-on-one time that we do need to ourselves every couple of days too.
What say you, Mo? Because Mo got something different to say about that.
No. Actually, it's very similar. The thing about it, like, me and Brooke worked together in the office for probably like 7 months before I started really looking, or actually about 7 months before I actually got the job.
Mm-hmm.
7 or 8 months, and so for that 7 months, we were doing something that no other couple normally does,
which is what, Mo?
Work in the same place, take the same breaks, same lunches, and then even after work, it's me and her constantly. And so I knew that I needed to, we needed to have that time away. You know what I mean? And not in a bad way. It's just for mental health reasons, we had to have that time to ourselves. And not only that, Brooke is great at her job. I was so.
Yeah.
So I knew the stuff that I knew, but she just has a bigger umbrella that she has to fill. So I think for me to feel better about myself, I wanted to go into work, and I wanted to be able to interact with people because that's my strong suit.
Right.
So I feel like the way that I'm going in now, where I'm going in 3 days on, 2 days at home, 2 days on, and then 3 days at home. That works out best for us right now because I feel a little bit more accomplished. I can wake up in the morning, I can lay my clothes out, and I can put a tie on, put my little blazer on, or and feel good about myself because that's what I was missing was the walking into the office and feeling like
accomplished. Oh,
yeah.
shit.
No, it's a big thing. For some people, it's a big thing.
I don't be feeling like
Huh?
Nah, I feel you, but I don't be feeling like that.
I'm I've noticed a change in him. He's a little more upbeat when he
Word.
comes home. He's higher energy.
I get that. What's the chat saying? Well, oh, now I'm saying I was going to stop saying
Yeah,
it.
Scotty with a.
Say, you know,
Hey.
you can put that on the screen. Just
I did.
all right, cool. So, yeah, no, that's very profound, bro. What you
We
talking
got
about?
Melissa in the chat.
Hey,
Melissa, what up?
Scotty, Melissa,
Yo,
what's going on?
Mo, what's the? I really want to bring just some movie things, and nobody said anything about movies before. But like, yo, what's the last dope movie you seen? I'm watching Old right now, and it's not that good, but it's funny.
The last good movie that we've seen, Brooke. What was the last good movie we've seen? Because we've been watching American Horror Story hard.
Oh, right, the whole joint.
Yeah.
The Shack. The Shack.
The Shack was good. Yeah,
Oh, The Shack was crazy.
yeah,
It was good. It was spiritual.
yeah. The
But
Shack
like,
was good.
it was like, it really opened my eyes.
So what?
That movie, The Shack.
Yeah,
It just makes you look at like religion in a different way. You know what I mean? Because like the way that they were talking like about religion, they weren't even they were religious but not pushy in that movie. Did you ever watch it?
yeah. I don't think that.
It was very spiritual, but
Mhm.
in a way that anyone can really understand.
Yeah, I think that's how most religion is, though. I think that maybe like the way sometimes like when you see like a Jehovah's Witness is like, yo, it's this Sunday morning, Saturday morning. But if that's what you're talking about, but I'm just
It's-
looking at it like,
it's
yeah,
not-
like most religions won't.
It's not the same like the way that I look at like going to church and
Right,
you
right.
know, I think of like and no disrespect to anyone. I know Scott is very religious,
Yeah.
but no disrespect to you, but like what I remember as a kid,
Yeah, that shit
I
is
remember
crazy.
it was just like just
The Lord.
Lord.
He said the Lord.
Like it was either really high up tempo, everybody singing,
Oh, it was
catching the Holy
nothing.
Ghost,
Yeah.
or if you go to the wrong church, it'd be
You might go to heaven tonight, boy.
so I couldn't do it.
Nah,
I
I
just
feel you.
couldn't, you know, but
One more time for the record.
huh?
One more time for the record.
Nah, I'm good. But but nah, like it really opened your eyes because like I think Jesus in there, he was a carpenter, but he was like the most like down to earth, like
That's how Jesus was, bro.
right, but like you don't think of it like that because
Who don't think of it like
I
that?
I didn't think of it like he was like that. I just
Oh,
thought
what?
straight religion, just like everything's like I don't know. Maybe I look at things the wrong way.
No, and not the wrong way, bro. It's just like the way you see it because of like the people that was religious in your life. But yeah, nah.
I do gotta. I want to ask. I know that this is a because I know that you wanted to talk about movies.
Yeah, no. That's what you
wanna
asked.
ask. Did you catch any of the Ben Simmons James Harden trade?
Yeah, I think that's the best. Honestly, I think that Brooklyn got it on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like
Yeah.
James, like I love James Harden, but like I don't know how he's gonna do over there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's weird, like, but I also feel like he can't like he's not a super team person. Like that super team thing started with them. Actually, no, like it started in Dallas. You know, like when they had the JJJs, Jimmy Jackson and those dudes. I feel like that's when it started. But it was like, yo, like that super team thing is not for everybody. Like when LeBron did that, yeah, it was cool because he was doing it. But I don't feel like it was like something that everybody needs to do. Like James Harden need to be like a leader and maybe with somebody else, but that's why he'll never win a championship. I know how to take that back seat. Especially because he can't do his shit no more.
I think that this year Philly is going to be very successful. Even I think they're going to be very successful because the thing about it is when Kevin Durant was out,
yeah,
Kyrie was going through his stuff.
Yeah, he's still going through his stuff.
James Harden came through. He scored 31 points one game, scored
Yeah.
35. But it's when he has another superstar that's a scoring superstar that plays on the perimeter. That's where he starts to have problems.
What you think about them taking away his move in the middle of the season?
They didn't take it away in the middle of the season. They took it away in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
So, all right. So the thing about that is, I feel like it's rightfully so because he's initiating contact.
Right.
But while it lasted, it was smart as hell. It was just smart.
Yeah, I feel like he just perfected what Reggie Miller used to do.
No. Reggie Miller, like, yeah.
Yeah, he perfected it.
Yeah, he perfected it. But Reggie Miller, what he did was he would kick his leg out.
Yeah, kick his leg out.
Now, what James Harden did was he would lock arms with somebody and then try to shoot.
Yeah. So I'm saying he saw the technique.
It's not the same thing though, but it's the same mentality.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I'm glad that they did take it away, but it was smart. It was a really smart move on James Harden's part.
Yeah. Yo, what's the worst song? Not the worst song, like this, a song you hate.
Before we get to that, Scotty's saying that Brooklyn robbed Philly and Philly won't win a ring in my son's lifetime.
Yeah, Brooklyn definitely robbed Philly. And he's right, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, that was a bad trade, but whatever.
I think that it was a smart trade on both ends.
House.
It was
House, right?
It was a smart trade on both ends because Brooklyn got Seth Curry and they got Ben Simmons.
Seth Curry with the work that
which Ben Simmons is a defensive juggernaut.
Yeah.
And he doesn't mind giving the ball up, obviously, because he doesn't like to shoot.
Right.
You know,
James Harden shoot more than the cops.
But the thing about it is, if they didn't make this trade, then Ben Simmons would have been just sitting on the bench.
But why would they care? Like, to give her all them draft picks.
They still had to pay Ben Simmons because he was doing the whole it's a mental health thing. So they still had to pay him.
Right. Yo, but how many draft picks did they give up for him?
It doesn't matter.
Bro, it does matter. So like that kills your whole future. Same thing that happened in the Knicks.
Yo, the Knicks are self-destructive. The Knicks in my mind are a lot like what the Kings are.
The Kings.
Yes, I'm gonna explain.
Yeah.
So the Kings, if you remember, the Kings traded away once their player hit their peak, they traded them away. Same thing with the Knicks. The Knicks had the 90s was their only good run, and the only reason why they weren't successful was because of the Bulls. That was literally the only reason why, because
not the Pacers ever.
No, not the Pacers. It was the Bulls.
It's the Bulls and the Pacers, bro.
They could have dealt with the Pacers.
Nah.
Yeah.
They obviously didn't.
Yes, they did.
And the Rockets, they didn't. So they did. The Pacers knocked the Knicks out a couple times, huh? And then
the Pacers knocked them out. I think back when they got Jermaine O'Neal. That was
right, bro. Nah, they knocked them out a couple times. You're wilding.
When they got Jermaine O'Neal, that was when they started knocking people out. That was the only time that.
Bro, you're bugging, son. I'm talking about Rick Smits, Dale Davis, Antonio Davis. They busted Knicks' ass, son. A couple. Oh man.
Yeah, but they didn't knock them out of the playoffs.
What?
They didn't knock them out of the playoffs. I don't.
You're bugging, son. You're wilding right now.
Okay.
I'm about to look it up.
Look it up.
Move on. Let's move on question wise. Cause dude, I know basketball, son. Want some shit like on that? Cause I was Knicks fan. I used to cry, son, as a Knicks.
Okay.
You know, and you said no, right?
Yeah, look it up, and don't. If you find out that I'm right, don't not say it,
bro. I'll bet you anything that you're not right.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you, bro.
Okay.
I can't believe you said that, dude. Reggie Miller was the Knick killer, son. You're wild, son.
So Scotty's saying the Knicks never had a closer.
Nah, Patrick Ewing was a closer, bro. Like, don't do that. Yeah, Patrick Ewing was a closer. He was just have help all the time.
I think that because that was the 90s was the era of the big centers.
Yeah.
You had a bunch of big centers that can guard Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing will get you 28 points, 26 points a night, you know. But
Patrick Ewing was that dude.
But you know what? He didn't have no other help. He did not have no other help. Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, John Starks. Yeah, I mean,
John Starks was
not
sneaky.
Anthony Mason, son.
Anthony Mason wasn't a scorer. He was no different than a smaller version of Charles Oakley. And when you had the combination of Charles Oakley,
Who you say Anthony Mason was a smaller? Come on, son.
Yeah, he was
smaller than Charles Oakley. You're wild.
A smaller version of Charles Oakley.
Nah, bro. You're wild, son.
Are you a Knicks fan?
Yes, bro.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you say, Anthony Mason was bigger than Charles Oakley, bro? You're wild.
Height size?
Yeah, nigga, everything size, everything was.
Height size?
Bro, everything was.
He was taller than Charles Oakley.
Maybe, but I don't know.
That's what I thought. He was a small. That's what I mean. Height wise, he was just a smaller version of Charles Oakley. He may have been wider than him, but he definitely wasn't more brolic than Charles Oakley.
So Scotty's in the comments saying Patrick Ewing was never a closer and not even a top 10 center, and Patrick Ewing had better knees at 10 years old.
Scotty bit my head, isn't it?
Did you find out yet?
I'm finding right now. All right, hold on. So I'm gonna go back to 1990. No, 1990 is not good enough. So let's go 94. So 94. No, 94. All right, so let's go to 1990. All right, so 1991, the Bulls killed the Knicks. 1992, the Bulls killed the Knicks. The Bulls killed the Knicks. 93, 94, the Bulls killed the Knicks. Then the Knicks went to the playoffs in 94. Then it was in the championship in 94. 95, the Pacers killed the Knicks. 90, hold on, 90, that's 95. All right. Shit. Hold on. So, oh, man.
96, the Bulls beat him, right?
No. New York Knicks. Hold on. Damn.
Or was it Orlando?
She just caught me in a. So 95. The Pacers killed the Knicks, right? 96, the Bulls killed the Knicks. 97, the Heat. Oh, it's the Heat. Yeah, the Heat. And then 98, the Pacers again. 99, the Spurs did it. And then 99, the Pacers did it. And then 2000, this shit hit me with the same joint. 2000, the Pacers did it again, bro. The Pacers used to kill them Knicks, bro. I'm telling you. And then in 2000, in 2001, that's when.
When did the Pacers pick up Jermaine O'Neal?
Nah, son, you're asking a lot. Hold on. The Pacers, son, it wasn't Jermaine O'Neal, bro.
Bro, I literally said when they picked up Jermaine O'Neal, that's when they started killing him.
You're bugging, son.
That's what I said. I said that's when they started killing him.
Yeah, bro. No. All right, well, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, Jermaine. Yo, to me, I don't even remember Jermaine O'Neal, bro, like that.
Scott, what you saying over there? I know you saying something.
Scott, I don't think Scott know basketball like that.
He says facts only.
Yeah,
bro. Jermaine O'Neal was traded to Indiana in 2000. Okay. So Jermaine O'Neal was traded to Indiana in 2000.
And Indiana beat them what, twice?
They beat him in 2000, and then they beat him in 98. No Jermaine O'Neal.
In 95, when there was no Bulls.
Bruh. Yeah.
No Bulls.
Right.
Because Jordan left because he had to go on a break.
Bruh. But that like what point does that prove? So like
they beat him twice before they picked up Jermaine O'Neal. That was it.
Okay, bro, to be in the fucking playoffs and lose twice.
So the Bulls were beating them in the playoffs more than the Pacers were until they got Jermaine O'Neal, and that's when
Bro, they didn't get a chance to see so. All right, so they beat the Pacers in '99. That's when they picked up Jermaine O'Neal. Other than that, every time they saw the Pacers, bro, like they lost to the Heat. So yeah, excuse is trash, and like they lost to the Heat, like then they lost to
whatever.
like look at the teams that they had that they beat, and then every time that they beat the Pacers, they went to the championship.
Nah.
No, and they lost to the Bulls.
The Knicks lost. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this: the Knicks couldn't close. That's just it. They just couldn't close.
No, right.
They couldn't close against any team.
Yeah, well, bro, they closed against two teams. They went to the championship twice,
and they lost twice.
Okay,
so they couldn't close.
All right, so that's like saying LeBron couldn't close.
No, it's not, because he at least won a couple of championships.
No, before he.
How many rings did Patrick Ewing get?
None. How many times did LeBron go to the doggone chip and lose?
He went to the chip. Well, it was like 9 times.
And lost.
And lost?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
He's going to the chip and lost.
Okay. He been in the chip every year, but he couldn't close.
So Scotty has a question for you both.
Okay.
Do you realize that you guys are arguing out how bad the Knicks are?
Nah, I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing Mo's fictitious point. So when he says that Jermaine O'Neal was the only, like, I feel like Reggie Miller killed the Knicks more than Jermaine O'Neal and Tim Hardaway and like and things like that. Like
the Pacers needed help, bro.
They needed help, but they got their help and they got that straightener.
With Jermaine O'Neal, right?
Yeah, but after when they got Jermaine O'Neal, Jermaine O'Neal wasn't doing work like that. He might have one time.
Bro, Jermaine O'Neal was it.
Yeah, I think you just like Jermaine O'Neal. So.
Nah, bro, he was it. He was doing real. Did you ever see the You seen the Malice in the Palace, right?
Yeah.
So when they were talking about the Malice in the Palace, Jermaine O'Neal was that dude, bro. He was gonna take over for the Pacers. He was doing that well.
And then the Malice stopped him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit fucked him. Yeah, I can see that.
Ron Artest was gone for the whole year.
Yeah. Ron Artest for 7:30 at that joint. But like, you ever think like what the fuck them dudes could have said to them to spark them up like that?
I already know what happened.
What?
So if you watched it, it was because Ron Artest fouled Ben Wallace mad hard.
Right.
And then Ben Wallace got all upset, and so Ron Artest went and laid down. He laid down on the
sucker shit. Yeah.
On the thing, right? On the scores table. A fan threw a bottle at him, and Ron Artest lost his damn mind.
Oh, they showed it in slow motion with commentary? Yeah, oh, okay.
He
I gotta watch that
his mind, bro.
Nah, I feel him, son. But you gotta think about it, bro. Like, people act like motherfuckers don't got shit going on. Like, Ron Artest, like, he has like a special needs son.
Yeah.
All this shit going on, and you like, yo, you want to just act like
Ron Artest was special needs himself.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, but like, but just on some shit, like, to put it in perspective, it's like, yo, this dude was dealing with whatever he was dealing with, and you like, yo, fuck you, hard foul. I'm throwing a drink in your face.
At least it wasn't hot.
Nah, that's what I understand about these fans, bro. It's like, yo, like, you would get fucked up out here, son. Like, nah, I'm not mad at that.
Yo, he ran into the stands, bro. It was over. Him, Steven Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that shit up. That shit is funny. Like, yeah, the mouse. But I think that people was getting fucked up way worse than that. I think that, like, with internet, I'm gonna leave y'all with a fact, right? I feel like the internet heightens things, right? And you're able to see everything. But that should be making me think, like, you remember that shit that happened with Bull Connor? Like, with civil rights and Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, how all them cameras knew to be out there? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, they wasn't like, yeah, we about to spray these niggas. Like, yo, all come out here. So, like, to me, I feel like a setup. Cause I'm like, yo, every news station from around the country is there, and like, they like, yo, pull out the hose, pull out to this. I feel like I'm gonna look it up, but I'm like, yo, that should have to be some campaign year shit. Like, it's like the BLM marches type shit.
And I get mad when people talk about like, oh, you pull your camera out and you don't even help people. And then I think about that moment, and it's like, yo, bro, like we were getting sprayed with hoses, bro. Like, and
But
nobody
the video cameras was out, and it's like,
Right,
yo,
that's what I'm saying.
how did all those stations get there? And like, I know Martin Luther King was marching like a motherfucker. It was like, oh, this is gonna be a special one. You gonna see dogs. We're gonna bring the whole dog and pony show out, basically. And it was like to prove a point. So I'm like, yo, can't believe shit like that. To me, like when we talk about like, yo, like, and somebody could go like the Mouse in the Palace, right? For example, like that was a significant event in like NBA history. But like with the CBA and all that shit, like you believe that was the worst shit that happened? Yeah, I read Pistol Peace books and shit that was going on in those games. I'm like, yeah, but nobody saw that.
Yo, they used to fight all the time in the NBA back in the 80s. Like, yo, that was
Big time.
They used to fight. Like,
The fucking places was on crack.
who?
Places was on crack, son. Like, yo.
You know, Mookie Blaylock was always drunk.
Yeah, nah, Mookie Blaylock, like drinking habits is Mookie Blaylock, Chris Childs, and it was another player. Steve Francis. Maybe I remember when my favorite shit was I read George Carl book. And he was like, yo, J.R. Smith, Carmelo, and Kenyon Martin. He was like, yo, I've never coached motherfuckers with fathers. He was like, yo, they fathers had him so regimented. He was like, yo, there's nothing that they was listening to that he was saying. And he was like, yo, they was the worst. He was like, yo, all these motherfuckers, like, they thought they was the star. Like, they didn't know anything else about, like, yo, it's about me. And, like, regardless of what he saw in talent, he was like, yo, I'll never win with this team. He was like, even though it was the best team he ever had besides being in Seattle. Mm-hmm. And he was like, even better than Seattle. It was just like, he couldn't do it because those dudes were so headstrong.
So, Scott has a question that he's posing. He wants to know who was more influential, Martin or Malcolm?
To me?
To both of you.
Oh, you can go first, Mo.
That's tough. I would say
it's Black History Month.
I would say Malcolm for me.
I would say influential. I would say Martin.
I'd say Malcolm.
Yeah, I would say Martin because you really don't know, like, we really don't know like the truth about his joint, but I think if he was alive now, this is not what he would have wanted. It's weird. Like, it's like, so Scott could say Malcolm and Martin, right? And you could look at that like a separate tier as we might know it as men. But I feel like the real black leadership might have started when you talk about like Booker T and WEB, right? And it's like it was almost the same thing, but they like the new, like Malcolm and Martin, like the new kids on that, because like when WEB was on some like, yo, black, he was like stack up degrees and third, and then Booker T was like, yo, why we not just doing what we good at? He even said like, yo, Chinese people gonna come here making food or some shit, and they're gonna be selling it all to us, and nobody give a fuck how smart they are. They're just gonna eat that shit. And it was like, yo, like, why are black people trying to like be somebody else? That was his shit. And the same shit. But then when Martin took it, Martin was like, yo, we just want a chance. But he ain't know about crooked ass Lyndon B, who is my favorite. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, Lyndon B. Johnson is my favorite president, but I know he fucked black people crazy. You see what I'm saying? But as far as like he got the most done. So Malcolm Martin wouldn't have wanted that. Malcolm, to me, he was a snitch. So yeah.
Okay.
And at the same time, not only was he a snitch, like he bought into some shit and then tried to switch it. More power to him, because he was still his person, himself, and he was like, I guess like a lot of people look up to him. I'd be like, this motherfucker told, he's beefing with his people, and he like, yo, y'all know who did this? It was him. He's the person that started to burn down my house. And it was like, yeah, why don't you go and check his house? He sleep with 14-year-old girls. It's like, yo, so like that shit mental. What you talking about? And it was like, yo, you put them dogs on her. And it was like, yo, like this what you trying to stop? I get it though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it. Any more brain busters, Scott?
He's saying, yeah, Mo love him some light skin. That's why he picked Malcolm.
Wow, Malcolm not
Wow.
light skin.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Mo red. He red. He red, Mo. Yeah, but and here's a good fact. You know, Malcolm X and Red Fox was best friends.
Nah, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, like even in the movie, that was Red Fox.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, and then like they just it's so crazy because Malcolm became an act like Malcolm always had mad good best friends. So Malcolm became an activist. Red became a comedian. But then if you look at like that show One Night in Miami, you ever watch that?
Nah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
So you watch that. It's on Netflix. I think he was cool with the champ Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
He was cool with Sammy,
Yeah.
and he was good with somebody else there. And he was and no the football player. Shit, no man, I'm forgetting his name. Jim Brown. They was all like homies, and like they weren't even from the same place.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And like that was dope. But like I do believe there's like a undercover agenda with Martin. I just seen the way he moved. Like his father took care of him to change his name. His real name is Michael. They changed that. I feel like they changed it to match Martin Luther, who created the religion to get more people streamlined. Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, because if you look it up, his real name is Michael. And I also believe that James Baldwin is probably the most prolific person at that time with Black history, but they didn't fuck with him because he was gay. And I can't get jiggy with that. Like he was saying the most best shit for us. But it was like, you gay. So we can't put your ass up there. And it was like, yo, he had the best shit to say. And it was like, go ahead, Michael Martin. But I felt like for Martin Luther King to get that shit rocked over and get a holiday, fuck with that. And that could just be my narcissism, Scott, because shit, Martin got a holiday. But to close us out.
Oh, wait. We were supposed to talk about food, but we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do we're gonna white balance for a little bit after this.
Yo, so I got an idea where I come in and I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna come in and cook one day. I made these wings. The other day.
Yeah, Mo been saying that for yeah. Go ahead though.
Phenomenal.
Yo, I made these wings with Alfredo sauce. Alfredo sauce. So what I'll do is I'll come in, and then next week, this is what we should do.
All right, we'll do it next week. Like I would love to do it like when we have a guest, so it's not like I'm hating. How you think, motherfucker?
No, you know what? We'll do it in 2 weeks. How about that?
I'm trying to say we got to book a guest, but go ahead, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I do want to come in and I'll show you how to revamp regular wings that you get from like
stores,
from a pizza place, from if you get wherever you get your wings from, Hannaford. You know how they have like the wing bar.
Yo, let's do that. Like, yo, let's pick. I'll pick the worst wings that I find, and then you just make them just taste better.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
I guarantee.
It's not gonna be you because you're not gonna hate on Mo. It needs to be somebody non-biased.
She gonna want me to bring some back though.
In the car. No, in the car she might talk her shit like, Mo, that shit was. But up front,
telling you, man.
I told him when his stuff was too salty the other day.
Yeah.
Too salty is one thing, but you're not gonna, you know what I mean?
But it's never that bad.
All right, we'll see.
But you a hater though.
I'm a hater. But thanks guys for watching. I'm gonna get better on the copy. I know I owe people a lot. Like when I always say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But whatever, man. Like, yo, this is a new situation, and we just gotta try to just get super involved, man. If you don't follow us on TikTok, I'll be trying on that shit. And yeah,
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
thanks for watching.
We'll see you next week, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock on the dot.
8 o'clock on the dot.
And hey, if anybody knows any interesting guests that want to come on, I'm thinking like I don't know, like who do I want to see? Like who do you want to see on the Play Myself show? You know?
That is a good question.
Right. Like that's a dope ass question because like
Fun and Friends.
Fun and
Melissa. Fun and Friends.
You gotta book Andrews too.
Andrews.
Andrews.
Yeah, he don't want to come through. Yeah, he always welcome. He could come through and just sit on the couch. Like I'm talking about a guest. I'm talking about somebody I got to put ice in the water for. James Andrews is like one of the guys. Like he just come through. He just walk around.
Yeah. He knows he's always a guest.
Yeah.
He's not a guest. He's always.
Yeah, he family.
Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing? That's a good one. Thanks, Scott. I'll fuck around and get Pat Ewing.
All right, guys. Thank you. Love.
Some people do got to work in the morning.
Word.